So there you are, you're sputtering along, slowing down, or maybe you are already on the side of the road and well, you are on empty. Hi, I'm Jeff Whitaker with this week's Jumpstart. Last week, wow, I got a lot of responses from my part one thoughts on the topic of running on empty. When you feel like you just don't have anything left in the tank to give to yourself, let alone to your family, your coworkers, or your friends. Now don't feel bad, we've all been there. If you haven't looked at the last Jumpstart, why don't you pause this one, watch it, and then come back to where we are now. Because this week I want to tell you about a couple of things that work for me. And hopefully they will spark a few ideas for you as well. They are really universal principles that apply here. If you think about it, how long can you go without eating any food or without drinking any water? Eventually you begin to slow down and there's nothing left. So what do? You eat, you drink, you refuel. When you get tired and you go without sleep, the same thing happens. You become lethargic, and if you're like me, things start to get maybe a little fuzzy and you don't think clearly. So you get some rest. Why would we think it's any different mentally or spiritually? You can't go on endlessly pouring out without taking in. So what do? For me, I'm learning more and more that if I want to have something to give, then I have to take something in myself. And for me, one of the things that means is reading, finding some great material that not only inspires, it motivates me, but it also teaches me something new or different. It keeps my mind stimulated. It means when I feed from someone else's thoughts or experiences, well, then it causes me to take action in my own life. And here's the thing, it's interesting, I find that I may not directly use what I learn from someone else, or many times just reading or learning about their experience or their insight, well, that'll spark some new thoughts for me. They may not even have anything to do directly with what I read about when I read about them, if that makes any sense. Well, I'm telling you, start there. If you find yourself slowing down mentally or spiritually, this is what you want to do. Even if you're already on the sidelines, so to speak, if you're broken down and not able to move, find some material, something that you can allow to pour into you and help refuel your mind and spirit. It's where I start. Next week, I have some other ideas to share, but promise me you'll take this step. Just like any other actions that I spoke about in the beginning of this Jumpstart, it's going to take you doing something. You have to initiate. It's not going to just come to you. Think about it. When you run out of gas on the side of the road, you can't just sit there on the side and hope that in time your car will magically start up again. What do? You have to refuel. You have to go get some fuel or have someone come bring you fuel. Well, if you wouldn't mind, leave your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Give us a share, a thumbs up, if you think it's worth it. And then let's go out and make a difference.